As beginners, so many dancers feel stuck in their progress with their inner thigh flexibility. Let's talk about why, and I'll give you a few stretches to get started. You are not alone if you feel like you can't make progress in your side split position. This is a challenging range for many dancers, especially for adult dancers. Before I show you some exercises, here are a few things that I think can be game changers for the range. And if you're itching to jump to the exercises, you can use the chapters below. First off, anatomy will play a role in how open your hips can be. The shape of your hip socket, your thigh bone, and how those two fit together do seem to make a bigger difference in the position change than doing the front splits. The good news is I've never met a dancer that couldn't make some type of improvement in how they use this range. Sometimes strength exercises can help with the position of the thigh bone inside of the hip socket, and this makes a huge difference in the way the stretch feels. This is why cross-training for dancers is a must in my book. Achieving a goal like more flexible inner thighs is almost never as simple as just stretching. Another common mistake dancers make is relying too much on static or passive stretching. These are the stretches where you sit in a position, you hold it, and you try to relax. Static stretching can definitely have a place in your routine, but it's only one tool. If you want to stretch safely, break through plateaus, build flexibility that you can actually use in your dancing, dynamic stretching is essential. Dynamic stretching means activating muscles and moving through the ranges you want to improve. This tells your brain and your body, hey, we need strength and control here, which is what translates flexibility into real functional movement. The tightness you feel in your inner thighs can actually be caused by lack of strength and control in the area. It's wild, but the feeling of tight doesn't always mean you need to stretch. Sometimes you need to strengthen your body so that it feels safe enough to relax and move through greater ranges of motions. I have a great video explaining about this and the different types of stretching, when to use them, and it's all linked below and popping up in the corner if you're interested. Here's one more thing to consider. If you want one muscle group to stretch, you need its opposing muscle group to engage. In the beginning, we tend to focus on what muscles we're stretching, but we also need to pay attention to what is creating the movement and what puts the muscle into a stretch. So for example, if you want the stretch to be in your inner thighs, you shouldn't just focus on relaxing into the stretch. You can think about engaging your glutes to pull the thighs outward. That outward action created by the glutes is what opens the leg and allows the inner thighs to lengthen in a supportive and effective way. When we stretch and strengthen this way, I do see faster results with dancers, especially with movements like your développé à la. Before we jump into the exercises, I want to address one more misconception that always comes up when dancers are talking about wanting more flexible inner thighs. And this is the idea that it will increase your turnout. Yes, inner thigh mobility helps, but it's not the magic ingredient for great turnout. Turnout actually comes from your deep hip stabilizers, the small rotator muscles deep in the hip joint. Inner thigh flexibility is just one small piece of the puzzle. I've worked with so many dancers who've had a full side split, yet their turnout is still limited. That's because turnout isn't about how stretchy your inner thighs are. It's about how strong your deep hip stabilizers are and how functional they are. If you want to learn more about where your turnout comes from and some helpful cues to help you feel it, check out the little video that's popped up in the corner. Okay, now let's jump into the exercises. This first stretch is really great for beginners or people that feel really sensitive in their inner thighs because you're not going to have any gravity on the inner thigh muscle. You're going to get a chair and you're going to put your foot up on the chair to your side. That's not the side, it's your side, so your leg is going to be a little bit more in front of you. Now I'm going to think about my knee and my hand making a sandwich of effort. So my knee is kind of pushing forward and my hand is pushing back, which when done together gives me a little inner thigh stretch. Now that might give you just enough stretch as is, and you could hold there for about 10 seconds. But if you want a little bit more, you can think about your standing hip opening against the pressure and then coming back to the beginning. Now, a couple things that I'm not doing, which will make a big change in your flexibility here, is if I am just pushing the knee back, not a lot of stretch, nothing's really happening. And if I rotate my shoulders, my knee drops in and my spine is twisting, not giving me the stretch. So it's really important, sandwich of effort, and then open the hip like a book. When you hold here for about 10 seconds, keeping the pressure and the hip opening, you can bring it back into the center and do this 4 to 6 times on each side. Like I said, this is really great for a beginner stretch because you're not letting gravity win. On this, you ultimately control everything inside of this stretch. For this second stretch, we are gonna be looking at that side split position, but instead of hanging out in the stretch, we're actually gonna ask the inner thighs to stretch while other muscles are engaging, and then the inner thighs engage and do some activity. So the alternating of these two is a really nice way to get greater range without putting a lot of strain into joints, tendons, and ligaments. So you're gonna lay on the floor with your legs up towards the ceiling, and then we're gonna let the legs open into whatever your straight leg side split is. That's the range we're working through. Now I want you to put your hands on your inner thighs, and then you pushing your legs down and resisting as you close together. So it's like you don't want your legs to close together. That's the work on the way up. Then I bring my hands onto my outer thighs, and now I'm gonna really think about my side butt and glutes pulling my legs open to the side to their max open. Switch the hands, squeezing together. Inner thighs are working as you come up. Switch the hands. Outer thighs and glutes are pulling your legs. You're not flopping. The outside of the legs and glutes are bringing the legs down, and then the inner thighs squeeze everything together. This can be done in any range. If you have this much of a side split, you can do this. I recommend that you do this with very straight legs and go for the long length in the hamstring over feeling like you want to get your legs open farther with slightly bent knees. For this last stretch, you're going to want a bar or the kitchen counter or a couch, just something that you can really put your weight down into. You'll step into a wide second parallel position. I'm going to think of sending my glutes back. So I send my pockets back into the wall behind me, and I let my weight shift over towards one side and then stand tall. Now, as I do this, I am putting weight on one leg, but I'm also feeling like my straight leg thigh is pushing down towards the floor. When you find this, you're gonna get a stretch on that straight leg inner thigh, but please make sure that we're not letting the knee cave in and get cranky and lose the foot on the ground. I'm keeping my foot planted. I'm feeling work over there and then dropping the thigh towards the floor and standing tall. You could try this with just a little bit of turnout and sink down into it. For me and some other dancers, this gives a little bit more hamstring and inner thigh, which is nice, but you might feel a little bit more in the back of the leg. Because you are in control with the big muscles on your body and you're using the bar and something else to help you, this is a nice way to introduce a dynamic stretch like we talked about earlier, and something that is usable, builds strength in that range, and is a little bit nicer on the joints. If these tips were helpful and you're seeing that your inner thigh mobility is more than just sitting in a stretch, you'll want to check out my flexibility program for adult dancers. And make sure that you subscribe to my channel, Align Fitness by Allie, for more free information, exercises, and tips specifically for adult dancers. Thank you for giving this video a quick thumbs up, and I'll see you in our next.